My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers that see this industry is filled with shit. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The songs, the kings, the blues, the guys. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Carr right away going to look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing now is Carr. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. The Raiders at 3-10 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This defense for the Pats, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A Raider first down, Carter Renfro. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for another Las Vegas. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Jabril Peppers on the return. The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Jones throw there, hauled in by Claypool. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Taken from just outside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He's got a man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Stuck for a loss by Christian Barmore.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Here's Carr to throw. He hits Adams complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
Your mind.
Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year. Carlson on it for the PAT. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
Never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Devin McCourty brings him down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Second down, Jacobs once more. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery hasn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Thornton. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try the right side with Harris. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders have recovered. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different in that position.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Both these teams last year, identical 10-7 records. Both were playoff teams that went out in the wild card round. With a big difference, last year Josh McDaniels was the offensive coordinator of the Pats. This year, he's the head man in Las Vegas. So this, a game he's definitely had circled on his calendar.
To throw, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The offense on third down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to force the fumble, but then they really couldn't move the football, Charles, and they get 3 points out of it.
And they made sure they got something out of that takeaway, didn't they? Because even if they couldn't put it in the end zone, they were not going to turn the ball back to them without putting something on the scoreboard.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Second down, this is Harris. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold them just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively, 6 DBs in the game. Now Jones. And this is Parker, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's
what's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Following the fumble recovery, Carr looking deep for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Carr. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Carr now to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Sidney Jones.
And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. Off the play fake. Jones.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, but it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Throwing on second and 8. Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Jones on 1st and 10. And the Raiders have got him. Well, Warren Nichols in there to take him down. To try again after the sack. Jones. Downfield throw tip, but he's still got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little roll change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes the receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them. But I'm telling you, the defensive guys, frustrated. They're going to catch it in film.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Jones, open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Raiders' 28-yard line.
4 yards remain for second down.
Back to throw. Jones. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Matthias Farley.
And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just outside his own goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Harris running straight ahead. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here behind the line. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's got his man, Thornton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This off, and it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Matthias Farley. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and they add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second down, Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's Jacobs. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Completes this one to Thornton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Throwing, Jones. And he gets this to Thornton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.